Hey guys, this is Siri and welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you doing? Hello. If you're new and this is the first time of clicking to any of my videos, hi, my name is Siri and this is
Carson,
and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, if you like our content, consider subscribing, and if you already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. We really appreciate your support. So guys, as the title suggests, we'll be doing a couples Q&A. I figured it's a new year and we just celebrated. Why is scratching?
I'm itchy. I've got an itch. It's not my fault. I got a haircut today and it's kind of itchy. Can't help it.
Okay. It's a new year and we just recently celebrated 3 years of being married. So I figured we should do like a Q&A. So I asked people on Instagram. If you're not following us on Instagram, I'm going to put our Instagram on the screen. So in case of next time, you can be a part of it. I asked people on Instagram to send some questions. We got some few questions and we're just gonna go into it. I don't know what I was thinking there. I don't know why I paused for a minute. We're gonna dive. That's the word I was looking for. We're gonna dive. I feel like your head is cut off.
It's not.
Okay. We're gonna dive right straight into it. Okay. First question. I'm not gonna be calling names, or should I call names of people who asked? Do you think?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna call them. Anyway, first question is these are from Instagram. It's from foreign_link. What is the one thing each of you do that annoy the other? Do you want to go first? What do we do that annoy each other?
Where's there's a list probably. Like all married couples, there's a list.
I'm gonna start with serious thing, and then I'm gonna end it with goofy thing do. What each of you do. Yeah, I'm gonna start with a serious thing that is there an even serious thing I do that annoys you?
I don't know what you mean by serious.
I don't think so. What is the one thing each of you do that annoy each other? Are they asking what do I do to annoy you, or what do you do to annoy me? What do you think?
Both. They're asking both.
So
you are so overthinking this.
Do I answer what you do to annoy me, or what I do that annoys you?
Why would you know what annoys me about you?
Okay, I got the question really confused. Okay,
You're just really overthinking
it. I'm gonna start with serious thing and then end with a goofy thing. One thing that Carson does that annoys me is, I think this is a guy. I don't want to generalize, but do you know how guys are just naturally messy? Yes, it really annoys me. I'm not even gonna lie, because I've told him several times, Carson, that's not where you put your shorts or your socks, but tomorrow comes and he does the same thing again. So yeah, that's one thing he does. At this point, I'm just like, you know what, at this point it's a guy's thing. I'm just gonna take it. And then on the less serious thing is whenever I'm alone, maybe I'm in bed or I'm just walking by, or maybe I'm in the kitchen, out of nowhere, Carson likes to grab me in those places. If you know what I mean. Those places, the booty region and the boob region. Yeah. I mean, it is. Yeah. It's good to know that your man, appreciates this part of you, but sometimes I just want to be left alone. Stop grabbing and shaking me. No regrets. He just doesn't grab. He grabs and he shakes. I'm like, why are you shaking, sir?
Because you gotta test the heft.
It annoys me, especially when I'm in my zone doing my own thing, and out of nowhere I just feel hands come from nowhere. I'm like, I'm like, Mister, stop it.
Ladies, man, ladies, you want all the attention, and then when you get it, you're annoyed by it. Then the minute I stop, she's like, you don't love me anymore. You don't appreciate. You used to make me feel so sexy, and now you don't.
Okay, your turn. What is something I do that annoys you?
Okay, here's one. If I tell you what annoys me, you get annoyed and you turn it around. So this question I shouldn't answer, because if I say this and this annoys me, then somehow I'm gonna be in trouble.
Go ahead and say it.
Well, that's one of them.
Oh, what is the one of them?
That
when I say something, when you say
you have this uncanny ability to turn things around on me, and it is a woman's. It's in your DNA. If I come to a Siri and I'm like, there's something that bothers me, 5 minutes later I'm apologizing. It happens almost every time.
Please.
See? In a second, I'm gonna have to apologize for bringing this up, because see what I mean? You see where it's going already. The snowball has started.
Please, I don't believe it.
It happens all the time. Little things be like, hey, I don't like when you do this, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, sorry, I didn't mean to bring that. It happens all the time. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's just kind of one of those things where you go, I don't know. I don't.
It doesn't have to be two or anything. You can just say one thing. I just
That's
said
fine.
say two.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't spend my time thinking about the ways you annoy me.
Neither do I too. Moving on. Next question. This is from the Chineries. What surprised you about married life?
What surprised?
You about married life? I don't know. What surprised me about married life?
I don't know. It's the same as being in a relationship.
Honestly, like my friends always ask me like, what's the difference between married and being in a relationship? I'm like, besides signing the papers and now the government is a part of your marriage, literally, it feels the same to me.
Yeah, it's not much different, I guess.
I mean, obviously, you know that the wedding and signing the papers,
Yeah.
it's like more. It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? The commitment is like tight, if that's the, for lack of words.
Yeah.
But beside that feeling, and I feel like it's the same. You still go on dates, you still love each other, you still do the same thing. Like, I wouldn't really say anything surprised me that much. So I really don't have one specific thing I can pinpoint and say, yeah, this thing about being married really surprised me. What about you?
Yeah, I don't think so either. Other than but it's not surprising. Just like little things change.
Like what?
How people like refer to our relationship is different. Like people, when they ask about you, it's usually like, how is your wife?
Yeah.
And that even now, years in, I'm like, oh yeah, I have a wife. Because like it doesn't feel different to us. So yeah, no, I don't think anything's really surprising. Because for us, it just kind of feels the same, really. Not much has changed. Which I guess is a good thing. I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
I mean,
Whatever.
if it's not broken.
Yeah, it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's how they say, right?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay, next question, still from the Chineries. How have each of you changed since getting married? How have each of you changed since getting married? Changed? I would say, I mean, Carson has always been a very sweet, caring person. Obviously, that's why I married him. But since we've been married, like I said, everything becomes stronger. If that's you kind of as a change, like I know that he loves me even more. Like he shows me even more. He wants to be there for me even more. I don't know, like it's the same thing, but just a little bit stronger, I guess. So not like anything has changed for the bad. It's just for the better. So yeah, I think that's the one change. It's just seeing how he loves me, but now the love is amped up a little, like 1,000 volts more.
1,000 volts. I think that's a lot of volts. So
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What about
but
you?
You said a little, 1,000 volts.
What has changed, or how have each of us changed since we've been married?
I think I've always been really paranoid about like where I'm going and what I'm doing with my life. It's something that like I've always worried about to a fault. I tend not to live in the moment. I tend to always think, okay, what's next? And I'll say that's even worse now that I'm married. Because I'm constantly thinking about like, because now I feel like I'm thinking about two people and like a potential family. And so, well, you say it's sweet, but it's really stressful for me. Especially living overseas, and like we don't want to live in Korea forever. And so it's like, what are we doing? Where are we going? What are we doing next? I don't know. It's we live in a world where it's like we can't retire at 55 or 60 like our parents and grandparents did. So like for me, I'm constantly thinking about like the future. And I think to like a detrimental level, like it stresses me out, and it's like
just you talking about it, I can feel you being stressed.
Yeah, like it's always on my mind. It's always on my mind. Okay.
So yeah, Carson stresses more. I guess that's what he's trying to say.
About that one specific thing. About
the future, about our future,
yeah.
which is a good thing, but don't overstress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, next question. If you got to relive one day of married life, which day would it be? This one, very easy for me. I have two. Obviously, the day we got married. I don't know. It's just a very sweet day, very emotional. I shed a few tears here and there. So yeah, that day, I'll definitely want to relive that day. It was very, very nice. It was very small. Hopefully, we get a bigger one sometime in the future. And the second day I would want to relive is when I came to Korea and then saw you again, because after we got married, literally the day we got married, the next day, Carson had to fly back to Korea, and then I had to do all my Korean visa, Korean paperwork. and that took about 1 month. And prior to that, we already had 2 years of long distance relationship, and then when you came to Nigeria, we started that for only 1 week, and then it was like this hope that you now have that we're gonna, because while we were long distance, that hope was not there, right?
Yeah.
When we got married, marriage gave us that hope that yes, you guys are gonna see each other very soon. So you have that hope where you're like, I want to go very soon. I just want to be with him. So landing in Korea and seeing you at the airport that day, it was really sweet, and we were married then already, so that's why I'm adding it to like days I want to relive. It was just the end of long distance, I would say. It marked the end of a long distance relationship that we've been for 2 years, so it was a really sweet day for me.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same thing.
Yeah?
For the same reasons.
Yeah, it was a really lovely day.
Yeah, that first day in Korea was really nice.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it was shitty. We got stuck at the airport forever. The buses took like 3 hours, but it was just like, there was like a load off.
Yeah, it's like no more long distance. We're together now, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, that day was a good day for me. Okay, next one is from Keeping Up with the name card, so I can't finish it. What are your professions? I'm a full-time housewife because that's the kind of life I love to live. I can't legally work in careers, so I don't work. I just eat my husband's money. What's your profession, babe? Oh, and I do Instagram and YouTube, so that's me there.
And I am an English teacher. It's not, well, who knows? I might do it forever, I don't know. For now, I am an English teacher, full-time.
Yeah. Same, from another question from the same couple. How long have you been living in Korea?
This is year 5 for me. It'll be year 4 for her.
Yeah.
I was here a year without her.
Yeah, Carson came here 2017. I came here 2018.
Yeah.
This next question is from J Frances 05. Can you both speak Korean? No. I am taking Korean lessons though for about almost 8 months now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Started
been a while.
in April, or was it May? I think in May.
Yeah, I think it was in May.
May to next, like 8 months, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm still beginner level in my Korean lessons, so excuse me. I can say little things here and there, but don't try and talk to me in full Korean, full sentence, no.
Korean's a hard language to gauge though, in my opinion, because the way the language is structured, a full sentence can be 2 words. Like, you don't have to say, I'm hungry, let's eat. You can just say, hungry, let's eat. So you don't have to use I am or I'm. And so there's like a lot of sentences that seem really, like, by English standards, really, as an English teacher, really simple, but it's like a full sentence in Korean. So I would say the line between beginner and conversational is quite blurred in Korean language, because, like, Siri's right, like, we can speak simple sentences and simple phrases and stuff, but a lot of Koreans speak like that anyways, so it's yeah. But the short answer is no. Yeah, we don't speak Korean very well. We don't speak
Korean very well to the extent you guys might be thinking.
Yeah, no, it's I can't go to the bank and have like a huge conversation.
Yeah, we cannot go to the bank and not try to use like a Google Converter or call a friend on the phone to help us. We're not at that level yet.
We can survive comfortably in Korea, but we still need help.
We can go to the restaurants and order food in Korean. Yeah. We can tell the taxi driver where we're going to in Korean. Those kind of little things, but like proper deep anio. No, we cannot do that yet. Okay, next one is from Mr. Christian Bass. Maybe a common question, but how did you meet? So we have a full-blown video talking about how we met, but the short answer to this is we met in England. We were classmates, and yeah.
That's about it. We met in England. We were classmates, and we'll link that video here.
Yeah, link that video. You can go watch how we met and all the juicy details you want to know about that.
The juicy details.
Okay, next question is from Becca and Mikey. Do you guys get to have disagreements? And if yes, how do you resolve it? Love you guys. Oh, thank you. Love you too. Do we get disagreements, babe?
Not often, but like, I mean, yeah. I think if you're married, if you're in a relationship. At some point, yeah.
You would have disagreements, but we don't have disagreements a lot, which is a good thing.
Yeah, probably.
We don't fight every day or every week. But we do have disagreements, and how do we resolve it, babe? Well,
I think that's why we don't fight all the time, because we resolve our disagreements is by having long conversations about simple disagreements, so they don't turn into fights.
Yeah.
I'm very proactive that way. I don't like stewing on things that are bothering me.
Yeah.
Siri likes it a little more than I do. Maybe I should have added that to my. There's my answer. Yeah. When I see a problem, even a small one, I just want to talk about it right now. To the point where it's like, okay, we've talked about it, but I'm tired of talking about it. But I just don't. I just want to get rid of it, get it off my chest, right?
Yeah.
So.
We like Carson likes to talk about things, which makes me talk about things because I personally. I like to pout and keep my face to one side for a little while, be a little dramatic about the whole situation before we talk about it.
I'm glad you admitted that on camera.
But Carson likes to talk about things like immediately, like let's just talk about it. So yeah, we talk about things and that's how we resolve issues. That's why we don't have lots of like fights and all issues that spills over for days and days. Not like we haven't had any of that, but yeah. Next question is pretty much the same thing. How do you both react when angry? Talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
I don't like being angry.
Talk about it. Talk about it. That's basically
Yeah.
how we react when we're angry. And this is the last one, guys. Last question is from Marie and Quabena. Love you guys. We love the outfits. Oh, this is from Instagram. The question is, how did you spend your first date? Oh, this is a good question to end it. So for our first date, we went to Chicken Nando's.
Why does everybody call it Chicken Nando's?
Not chicken, Chicky, like
Cheeky Nando's?
Cheeky.
Oh, Cheeky Nando's.
Cheeky Nando's.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was just called Nando's.
It is Nando's, but British people likes to call it Cheeky Nando's, so I'm just imitating the
British
Brits.
people are weird. You guys are weird.
Anyway, we went to Nando's for our first date, and this part of the first date I will always remember. You know what I want to talk about, right?
I think so.
What do I want to talk
We're
about?
going to talk about how you ate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to Nando's. This is part we can get the whole details now how we met story, but went to Nando's. I ordered rice and chicken, and that chicken looked really good. But this is my first date. I don't want to show this guy how Nigerian I am. You know how Nigerians we love to eat bones. I'm like, I cannot be doing this on the first date. Before this guy will come and think I'm hungry, So I was eating my chicken with my fork, like a little. I'm like, can I just get home and eat this chicken? I was like, I'm done. And Carson was like, do you want to take home? I was like, no, I don't. Deep in my heart, I want to take that chicken home. Carson was like, no, let's take it home. We wrapped it and went home. When I got home, I ate that chicken like there was no tomorrow. To the bones. To the bone.
Nowadays, if I put chicken in front of you and the bones weren't cracked, I'd be like, are you sick?
Yeah.
Are you sick? Do you need to go to the hospital?
It's just so funny how like on first dates we try to not show our real self, but when you end up being a couple with that person, they see you in your element. So what is the point?
Completely. Yeah, the first date you're supposed to meet somebody and get to know them, and people are. See, that's.
What's the point of trying to hide who you are?
I try not to do that. I just try to tone myself down a little bit.
But yeah, our first date was at Nando's. We actually had 2 dates in one, right?
Yeah, because we went to a movie after.
Yeah, after I finished from Nando's, we went to see a movie. It was really sweet. It was a really cute day. Do you remember it very well? Remember giving me your coat because it was cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so sweet. But yeah, guys, look at me smiling like a baby. Anyway, guys, those are the few questions we got. We want to say thank you to everyone who sent us questions. We really appreciate it. We're going to put our Instagram on the screen again so that next time when we ask questions like this, you can be a part of it and send us some questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you're at this part of the video and you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button if you enjoy our content. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Happy New Year. See you next time.
Bye.